Legends were written here, doubts crept in. Now a generation is rising. Fearless, restless, hungry. This is their time. Alejandro Garnacho's story begins in Madrid. A boy with an Argentine mother and Spanish upbringing. He cut his teeth in the academies of Getafe and Atletico Madrid before Manchester United took a chance on him in 2020. At United, he quickly went from youth standout to first team staple, winning the FA Cup, earning the Jimmy Murphy Young Player award, and becoming known for incandescent moments that could also change a match in a heartbeat. His name exploded across highlight reels when he scored an acrobatic overhead strike that later won the FIFA Pokas Award, a goal that announced him to the world as a player for the biggest moment. But football is never linear. Despite his talent, the last year at his old club turned uneasy, training apart from the main group, reduced minutes, and also tensions off the pitch left Garnacho facing a crossroads. He wanted a place where he could play, develop, and feel part of a plan, not a sideline. Chelsea offered that plan. For a reported 40 million, Garnacho signed a long-term deal that showed both ambition and trust in his ceiling. A fresh start with a club, promising moments, yes, responsibilities, and also a platform to become a consistent match winner. For fans, Garnacho represents instant electricity, takes on defenders, race that can also become magic, and then a hunger to turn flashes into a decades long career. He arrived with a feeling of unfinished business and a chance to also finish it in blue. Another player is Facundo. Yes, part is the kind of football story that hits the heart. Born in Paris, Argentina, he moved through Rosario, Central's academy, a club famous for nurturing, hungry, technical player. He made his senior debut as a teenager and also, he showed a left-footed, creativity that quickly also drew scouts to his, gems. Facundo Valentin, Bonanti, calm of, a playmaker with the audacity of a dribbler. Brighton brought him to England, where the step up was also steep up revealing. He gained previous Premier League minutes and a long spell at Leicester City, sharpening his physicality and also decision making. Brighton judge, he had abundant, talent, but he needed, a season of consistent minute to also turn potentials into production. Chelsea secured, Bonates on a season-long loan, a low risk, high reward move with also a modest, fee reportedly for the loan. For the players, it's an opportunity to play, Champions League football, test himself week in, week out, and also high pressure, matches, and show that his creativity can fit, Premier League. So Facundo himself said he is very happy to join, and want to also add, as much to the squad as possible. Ability and also hunger Chelsea love. For fans, he is, also creative wild card. This young Argentine who can unlock tight defenses through pass, a quick turn, or an audacious shot. Midfield was Dario Esugo's professional step came at Sporting CP, a club headed for also producing midfield brains, making senior appearances barely out of his teams. Esugos also learned to also read the game and also keep cool under physical pressure. A loan to Las Palmas, him a taste of also senior football in technically demanding league. He returned with sharper decision making, also more bite on the ball. Chelsea invested in Esogos not for also immediate headlines, but for balance and also continuity. He is the player who will ask to also recycle possession, protect the back four, and bring composure in transition. For supporters, he is the understand architect, not flashy, but indispensable. Liam Delap, the hungry striker. Liam Delap also grew up briefing football, the son of Rolly Delap, a player whose long throw Yes, once player whose long throw once disrupted the Premier League night. Liam learned to also combine power with technique. City's academy gave him the technical base. Ice gave him the platform to also become a goal scorer. 12 Premier League goals in a breakout season told the top clubs everything they needed to know. Irish in also relegation placed a release clause in play. The choice was between comfort and challenge. Staying put or stepping into a project on the rise. He took the latter, reuniting with a coach who understood him and joining a club with Champions League ambition. He made the obvious also choice for a young player eager to also test himself. His debut goal and also assist at the Club World Cup were not a fluke, they were a statement. Incredible player Joao Pedro, from the academy fields of Fluminense to the bright light of the Premier League. Joao Pedro is a career of steady evolution. The move from Fluminense to Watford forced him to also grow quickly. English football was more physical. The tempo relentless. Brighton environment then helped him mature. Tactical coaching, position clarity, and forward line that valued intelligent movement. Chelsea scouting striker saw already proven in the league someone who could translate shot into points on the scoreboard. The price was a step, the expectation higher. When Joao Pedro scored in both in Club World Cup, Cup semi-finals and also final, he reminded everyone why big money signings are made to make big movements look ordinary. Jamie left home young because he knew growth sometimes happens far from comfort. Dortmund's academy is brutal and brilliant. It forced young players to adapt to speed, physicality, and expectations. Jamie, prospered, but like all teenagers, yes, he had, tests, injuries from dips, and also pressure of conquering, himself to other, yes, prodigies. Chelsea interest was a vote of confidence, a chance to play regular big stage football, be closer to family, and be part of an attacking future. For fans, he is unpredictability and the joy of seeing domestic talent flourish again. Estaveo, Estaveo nickname, Messinho tells you the story. A teenager who dribbles and also in a low center of gravity reminds scout of the great. From Palmeiras youth setup, yes, he springs into headlines and European clubs circled. Chelsea gamble on a teenager reflect a philosophy by the moment of genius early. Then grow him into a star. He brings yes improvisation, the kind that makes organized defenses anxious and crowds delirious. Ayas taught Hato yes the ball, playing side of defending. He grew up with possession, drills, also technical, scoring, and the pressure of fans who, expect, victory. Moving to the Premier League at 18 is into a more, physical game. By Chelsea defenders, with feet and also brains, Hato's calmness on the ball is the exact threat, also modern center needs. So my Pendes also arrives as a teenager with a clean record of stepping up at every game. Yes, versions in the West, keeper factories also produce athletes with also technique and also composure. Chelsea sees him as the eventual hire to also the position, someone to train, test on loan, and bring back battle. Rebuilding required hard choices. Some established players were also sold to also balance books and also free up minutes. That clearance allowed the club to reset, not just buying, yes, stability, but also buying to craft identity. This isn't a spectrum, yes, summer. It's a clear, strategic also pivot, yes, toward youth, energy, and sustainable model that can win, for years, not months. These players come from different streets, cities, and continents. They are products of rival academies, family sacrifices, and late night training session. But here, under one badge, their stories align. The class of 2025 is not a slogan, it's a collective. Darling to believe, again, offering the club a future, built on risks, youth, and conviction. The season will also, test them. The fans will judge them. But for now, the page is turned and the story begins. This is all we have for today, the class of 2025. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here.